What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great Sunday. JT Best Ball here. We are back for some more Chow Shenanigans. Me and my boy Mark last night, we ripped three of them and got the 101 in three straight drafts. So we drafted three straight Jamar Chase teams. Let's see if we can pull the magic again tonight.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers.
What's good, Mark? How you doing tonight, sir?
What's up, man? I'm feeling good. We got the 1.1 three times in a row. Man, that's astronomical numbers, but we're just that lucky. So we're going to do it again tonight.
We shall see. We're about to hop in a chow right now. We're not going to waste any time. If anybody wants to hop in it, we'll be jumping in it at 8:03. Did any of you guys check out Who Hames with the blindfold on a little bit ago? It was a pretty good watch. Pretty funny stuff.
It would have been funny if he'd have got Jalen Royals.
Yeah, as soon as he clicked it, Steve was like, "De-click."
That Burrow unstacked was fitting, though.
It was. He is the biggest proponent of that. Like, absolutely hates. I've even heard him say that on draft or pass, if he sees Burrow unstacked, it's an automatic pass. We are jumping into Chow. 9 spots available, so still plenty of people. Dirty P agrees with you, Mark, that Steve Smith was a beast. I know that that's my boy's favorite player, so, we took a little time and made him a little special intro for this weekend.
Undersized, but the heart of a lion, and he would go up and get the ball.
He was good for sure, for sure. Waiting on 8, it is a chow. Can we get the 101 again? I would not hate the 101 again, but at the same time, like, I kinda wouldn't mind, like, an 11 or 12 spot, just build the stud wide receiver teams that you can build from there.
I mean, the odds of us getting it again are like 0.0000 whatever. But we've already done it 3 times, and this time it's just we got 1 out of 12 shots. So why not?
Why not? Why not? How's everybody's Sunday going? It was a kinda light news day. I wasn't on Twitter as much as I normally am, just with some stuff me and him had going on this weekend, but I did see that Jennings has a strained calf 1 day after signing his 2-year deal. Mixon, of course, like, there's no definitive news on the foot other than they'll reevaluate it closer to the beginning of the season. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like it as a Texan fan, obviously. My initial thoughts yesterday was buy the dip on them, but I think I do, especially since I have a lot of Mixon already, I think I wanna pass on the dip some. I think I wanna just, 1, see how far down he is going to fall, and 2, wait another week or so until we get a little bit more.
Let it stabilize a little bit.
I got the 1-1, 4-10, and 4 of 10 times in Pitbull. I gotta tell you, the 1-1 can be a rough draft position. That's honestly why I said what I said about I kinda wouldn't mind like a 11 or 12 spot. There's only so many fun things I like to do at the 3-4 turn, I mean, at the 2-3 turn, and then at the 4-5 turn from the 1 spot, and I think we kinda did about all of my favorite things last night. We pulled Lamar up on 1. I think we did the Higgins chase on one of them, didn't we? But
Yeah,
then
we
didn't
sure
get
did.
Burrow. But hey, if we were to get it again, we will roll with it and we will try to pull out another unique build.
Make miracles.
One more person, oh, excuse me, one more person left to fill this. So soon, very soon, we shall find out. Tomorrow night, we will be back at our normal time, 10 o'clock p.m. Tomorrow, let's see, Monday, Who Hames and Hartman will be on the channel with me tomorrow night. Should be fun time for sure. We'll probably spend a little bit of time at the beginning talking about stuff. I'm sure the blindfold draft will get brought up and we will talk about it.
That was some good content.
Make sure I got my overlay set up, put it back to regular. I had it on BBMs. Are y'all taking advantage of the, draft 2 BBMs, get $10 back thing? I'm trying to do all 6 of them. Might as well. No way, dude. No way.
What?
We got it
No
again.
way.
Look at the board.
I see me and you on the screen.
Oh, hold on. I didn't switch it over. Sorry about that.
Oh,
We got the 101 again,
it's
guys.
magic.
4 Chow Chows in a row.
Can you believe that?
I mean, what are the odds, dude? What are you said it earlier, like 0.0001 or something like that. 4 Jamar Chase teams. We are 4 for 4. I have 100% Jamar Chase in the Chow Chow. Let's go. We've been watching a lot of The Quarterback on Netflix this weekend. I am super hyped for this.
Do we want to try and get a Chase Burrow this time? Maybe.
Maybe. I'm not a huge fan of it, but maybe this time we just go ahead and take Burrow at the 5th to make sure we get him once at least.
Just once. Why not? We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe something better out there, but it's an option.
It's hard to do when you don't have the Higgins and Chase, and I don't know if I want to do Higgins again. We'll see what's around. I don't recognize anybody in here. That's not necessarily a bad thing, honestly. Like, I love drafting with you guys, but you guys kind of know the players I like now, and sometimes y'all can make the room tough.
Not 1, not 2, not 3.
4 of them. Turn my hand the right way.
Bang, 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 bang. The 4-peat.
I mean, what are the freaking odds? Am I going to have 15 Jamar Chase Chow Chow teams? At this rate, it's possible.
Amazing.
Nico at the 8 spot. The first round's looking pretty normal. Bijan, JJ, Lamb, Barkley, Gibbs, McCaffrey, Nico, Achan. Achan, that's a little early for him. Get your guy. I'm actually surprised that
Puka
the whole
falling.
Who?
Puka.
Oh, Puka. I'm surprised that the JJ news about his hamstring or whatever isn't dropping him a little bit. I still see him consistently going 2-3. I could have seen him falling more temporarily to like 6, maybe Gibbs and Lamb ahead of him and Bijan ahead of him.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's right or that like I'm not gonna draft JJ. I'm still gonna draft JJ probably over Barkley. I think maybe right now temporarily I do take Bijan and CD over him. I think. All right, let's see. What do we want to do, Mark? Let's go. If Hill's there, obviously we take him, but he might not make it to us.
Do we want to
The
do a
board's acting a
McBride build?
little weird. I'm just really not into McBride that much.
Just trying to look for something different than what we've done.
Of course, Higgins is going to be there staring us in the face.
Nope, he's gone.
Good. We could do a Marv. I don't think we've done Marv with him yet.
I'm
Garrett Wilson and Allen we did with him.
yeah.
We could do another Lamar team or a Josh Allen team. I'm gonna
Uh,
click Garrett Wilson because we both like him. We'll take him first. What do we want to
okay,
do with the next one? You want to go Marv this time?
we'll try it. We'll try it. Sure.
They do play each other week 17.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
It is a fun little bring back. Chase, Wilson, and Marv. That's the start we're going with. A little something different than the three that we did last night. Yeah, I'm not super in on him either, Dirty P, but hey, you know what? If you get four Jamar Chase teams in a row in the Chow Chow, you kind of got to just like switch it up a little bit.
Gotta mix it up.
What's up, Best Ball on Call? Good to see you stopping by. We appreciate it. We were just having fun laughing about me and Mark last night drafted three of these Chow Chows, and all three times got the 101. We fire one up tonight for the first draft of the stream. What do you know? We get the 101 again. So all four of my Chow Chows so far are Jamar Chase teams, and I'm not mad about it.
We take those.
Just trying to be a little different with how I build. This one, we mixed it up last night. Last night we took Lamar Jackson on one of them. We did the classic Chase and Higgins. Tried to push Burrow to the 6-7, but it didn't quite work out. Of the three teams we drafted last night, we were just talking about it before the stream started. Two of them I really, really like. The other one is dependent on the two quarterback room of Jordan Love and Bryce Young being really good this year. I believe we had them both double stacked. So if they
But we
are,
were loaded at other
yeah,
positions.
if they are really good, if those two can hold down the quarterback room by themselves, we will be good. McBride and Marv at the 2-3 turn. It's hard for me because McBride and Marv are two guys that I am kind of out-ish on. Like I'm not total zeros, but I do want to be under the field on them. So it would just be really, really hard for me to click both of them there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and switch over. You know, I almost recommended it last night, and I don't want to jinx us. But if something holds and stays on the board, never mind, it just went. I was gonna suggest if Hertz came to us, maybe we could double click Hertz and Smith as a
Mm.
fun little stack at the 4 or 5. I don't know. Should we go ahead and take Burrow, Mark, just to make sure we get one of our Jamar Chase teams with Burrow?
Let's go ahead and just do it. Why not? I mean, we've got four of them.
And then you know what else I don't hate is we have three wide receivers already, so I wouldn't hate like a Rashee Rice as a fourth receiver.
If I was ever going to do it, I would do it for this. Yeah.
That's different, you know? You want to do it?
We'll just make up running back a little bit later.
Running back's not the best value on the board right now,
Right.
anyways. At that 6-7 turn, we won't have to worry about taking a quarterback because it's early. But hey, you know what? We have four Jamar Chase teams together. Let's make sure we got Burrow on one of them, right?
We got the quarterback that's probably going to throw more than anybody else in the league this year.
That defense is pretty bad. If they don't get their star pass rusher signed, it could very well be even worse than it was last year, if that's a thing.
Hopefully Rice comes back after like 3 or 4 games, but even if he doesn't, we've got 3 that can hold it down.
Well, and I mean, absolute worst case is 6, but those things never happen. You know, it's always like, even if they give him 6, he's gonna appeal it, or you know how it is. They'll get it worked down to who Hames, who is a big time Kansas City fan. He has told me that from what he's hearing, being following the team, that he hears the Kansas City Chiefs themselves expected to be somewhere around like 3-4 games.
We should be fine then.
So if in a perfect world, if he really only misses 3 games,
Then we
he's
just
our
got a massive
he's our
value.
4th receiver, so it's not even like he's, a guy we're necessarily counting on.
Right.
It's just like whenever he does play, if he's the Rice and he has the role that everybody thinks he is going to have, then that could be super, super nice for us. I think one of the problems here, let's see, at the 6'7", it's 72 and 73. So we could stick with the Kansas City thing and go Pacheco. Swift, if he's there, would feel really nice. Just trying to plan out here and look. Pearsall, we could do Diggs. That kind of sets up Drake as another quarterback. I don't know, Mark, talk to me. What are you thinking, bud?
I like Swift. I like Pacheco, but we did that with another one of our drafts too. So do we want to do that again?
Not necessarily, unless
What about Swift and Pearsall?
yeah, Diggs just went. Pearsall may be the only healthy wide receiver at this point. Let's do it. Let's go Swift, Pearsall. I want to. I decided I was just telling Mark this the other day that I think I'm kind of want to start getting as many pieces here and there as I can of the Bears, just because they have a coach who I think very, very highly of as a play caller, a play designer. Not only can he design great plays, he knows when and how to use them. Caleb's got talent. I mean, he wasn't that good last year, but he's got talent. He's got all kind of receivers to throw to. Everything or not everything. I watched some video that was a Bears beat writer being interviewed, and he basically says that like everything he's hearing says that Swift is like just going to be the guy, and that Roshan is kind of thought of more as the backup. I like it.
I like Ben Johnson. I liked in quarterback what he had Goff doing. What was the play? The stumble bum, where they
Stumble bump.
deliberately stumbled and the running back fell down, and
Yes.
then Laporta was wide open.
Yes, yes, yes.
He's creative. I like that.
Hopefully, it's more of Caleb just throwing to the receivers that we draft and not all the passes to tackles and all that nonsense that he can pull off sometimes. I don't think the Bears will be quite the well-oiled machine that Detroit was last year, though. In Detroit, on the other flip side, now we did just take one of our teams last night was a golf stack, right? It was golf with Laporta and JMO.
And JMO.
But at the same time, I'm not super in on most Detroit players other than Gibbs this year, just because I do think they might struggle a little bit more. I mean, you lost both coordinators who were really good. The center and the guard not being there from last year's offensive line, I think that matters, especially because their center and that particular guard were both really good. Let's see. Let's start looking at it. It's going to be 96 and 97. We could do like a Jalen Warren. At least we know he'll be involved. We could reach down and get Dobbins. I don't hate that since we already have 5 receivers. I guess we could do a Kyler team since we have Marv. I only have like 1.6% Kyler, but if there was a time I was
This
gonna
might be the time to do it.
draft Kyler, it would be when you have Marv at least.
I don't hate it.
Let's see. I think for me, our options would be let's hold off maybe on receiver. Let's look at like Dobbins, Warren. Well, he just went, so now we can just wait a little bit more on quarterback, I guess. I don't really love those receivers. Not really super into those tight ends. I don't know, man. If you ask me, I say let's just double tap running back here and have 3 guys that we feel good about. Do you like Warren and Dobbins?
Yeah, we took them yesterday, but let's do it.
I don't really see much. I don't want Mooney. He's gonna be out all of the preseason. There's not a quarterback that makes a whole lot. We have Garrett Wilson. We could just do the Fields thing with one of them.
Send it.
Fields,
Sure.
make sure we know we got a second quarterback that we like. I forgot for a second we took Wilson on this team. Yeah, I like that. Burrow stacked with Chase, Fields with Wilson, Marv, Rasheed Rice, and Pearsall. Running back room, both of them are week 5 bye, but
But
I think we are turning Mark into a non-bye week bro. He used to worry about it a little bit, but I keep telling him how you don't win money in week 10 or week 5. I think we're getting through to him, chat. I think we're getting through to him.
okay.
I remember that play. Not sure how golf wasn't ruled down. His knee definitely touched grass on the stumble. Yeah, but he's not touched. It's the NFL. Like, you gotta touch them in order for them to be down in the NFL.
Yeah, college he would have been
College,
down.
he would have been called down. In the NFL, you could completely fall down, lay on the ground. If nobody touches you, you can get up and run. Anything funny going on in this particular draft?
Do we want to start thinking about tight end with our next pick, or can we push that lower?
Possibly. I guess, would you feel? I'm good with the Burrow and Fields in my quarterback room.
Absolutely.
I only need those 2 to be honest with you. So, like,
Yeah.
kinda what I'm thinking is, like, tight end is kind of a luxury, like, if some of the guys that I think are good picks, if you like them too, like Warren or like a Loveland, something like that are there, and we don't like anything better on the board, then we can definitely just grab one. I would be more likely with this team to maybe hit our first tight end in like the 14th, 15th, and then maybe like, just basically go like 3 tight ends, one of them that we feel okay about, and then 2 later guys maybe.
Hmm.
I think that could be an option because 'cause we'll have an extra pick to play with, only staying with Burrow and Fields at quarterback.
All right.
So that'll allow us here in the 10-11 turn to just keep adding depth to this wide receiver and running back room.
For sure. For sure.
Like, let's see. I actually don't love any of those running backs right now, though. Loveland's there. We could go ahead and make that detour. Are you in on Loveland? You see
I
any
don't have a lot
receivers
of
there
them.
you like? How do you feel about Kyle Williams?
I just started taking him. I heard he's having a good camp.
I did too. Let's move him up to the top. That would be our 6th receiver. You like any of those running backs right there?
I like Spears. I've been taking him a lot. I took a lot of Ramondre earlier, but I've been kind of backing off on him.
Kyle Williams, or we could go 3 quarterbacks and just tag Drake May on with him and keep it at 2 tight ends instead. What do you think? Loveland or May or
I,
Spears?
I think we're good with our wide receiver. I mean, our
Loveland or
quarterbacks.
Spears?
Spears.
Did I get it in time? I believe I did. Yep. We'll go with your call. So Burrow and Fields, we're just going to hold it with those 2. Swift, Warren, and Spears in the running back room. Chase, Wilson, Marv, Rasheed Rice, Pearsall, Kyle Williams. Maybe next time we can look at a tight end. We'll see what tight ends are there next time.
Can always get some good late round ones too.
So Chad, I almost had to wear, well, not really. It wasn't even close. But there was a chance that I was going to have to wear Mark's signed, autographed Sam Darnold jersey on stream tonight. We had a little disc golf bet today. And it was if I win, he buys me dinner. And if he won, I had to wear the Darnold jersey on the stream. As you can see, we are rocking with the Texans shirt. So I think you guys know what the outcome was.
I tried, chat. I tried, but just today
Chewy's
wasn't
was
the day.
good though. Thank you for dinner, Mark. I
Well,
appreciate
mine was too. I had a big ass burrito, and I'm still stuffed,
that.
and a margarita. I'll let you keep the Darnold jersey just as a souvenir for next year.
For next year, huh?
How you feel about Dalton Kincaid?
You know what? I started the year out only like very strictly only taking Kincaid on a Josh Allen team. I will say here lately, I've taken him a few times, even not on a Josh Allen team, because there's that chance, right? Like they drafted him a couple years ago in the first round, I believe, to be like that dude. Like after getting their butts whooped by Kelsey and KC 2 years in a row, they were like, yeah, we need that kind of weapon. No, it didn't really work the last 2 years, but he put on a little muscle, I hear, in the offseason. Maybe, just maybe this could be the year that he kind of takes that next step, turns into something, and
Maybe he stays healthy this year and doesn't miss a bunch of time. Oh, there he goes. Still some good ones on the board.
yeah, I'd almost say I don't love any of those right there. We'll keep all three of these things open. If he holds, I wouldn't mind Ray Davis here. How are you on Ray Davis?
I'm in on Ray Davis. I drafted
Since
him.
it's a Rashee Rice team, I guess you could talk me into your boy Hollywood. Are you still in on him?
Yeah. I mean, Hollywood's going to be good until Rice comes back, right?
We could do like a Kyle Pitts for our first tight end, as long as we get two more to go with him.
We
He's
better get two more to go with him. I don't want him as my
I
number
mean,
one.
he's getting a lot of steam right now. Like he's building that connection with Penix, with Mooney
I
out.
know. He's burned me too many times, though. I'll take him. I don't want to. I don't want to take him as my first tight end.
Well, he just went anyways.
What about Fergie?
Let's go Fergie because I don't think we need another receiver right now, to be honest with you. Let's go Davis and Ferguson. You feel good about
I
that?
like that.
Grab us one tight end on an offense that's going to be throwing a lot. Because we have Chase, Wilson, Marv, Rasheed Rice, Pearsall, and Williams, the 2 14 buys, but by then Rice will be playing for sure. So we still have those four. I want to leave keeping the room at 6 wide receivers an option. I'm not saying we have to do that, but let's just see how it shakes out.
I mean, we're pretty stacked there.
I'm okay if we keep it at those 6. Like if we decide
Yeah.
that better picks are at running back spot or something like that, then I would definitely be okay with just those 6. I think, chat, we are going to do a BBM after this one. Or I don't know, Mark. Do we got to keep doing chow chows, man? Like until they don't give us a 101. I mean, I can't believe this. It's
We're on a
insane.
pretty incredible run right now.
I need to get one more BBM in tonight before 10:50, whatever, 10:59, I guess, my time, because I think it was 11:59 East Coast that the little promo ends. I've gotten 5 of them in. Worst case, I can jump in a slow, but I have a bunch of slows right now. But I think being that we are 4 for 4 with 101s, I kind of want to see when it ends.
It's pretty impressive.
You didn't see the promo? It was like Friday, Dirty P. Like, it's basically like if you draft 2 BBM teams before midnight Eastern tonight, then you get $10 back and you can repeat it 10 times. I mean, I'm sorry, you can repeat it 3 times. So basically you can draft 6 BBMs and get 30 bucks back.
I think it was only on Twitter too. It wasn't like
Yeah,
on
it
the
didn't
app.
show up in their promo section. It was just follow Underdog on X and follow them, the Underdog Drafts tab. They always post the stuff like that on X. Follow JT Best Ball on X too, by the way. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, all of that. Go follow my man Mark on Twitter too. Mark, what's your Twitter?
Market zero, dude.
Mark it zero. That is how I feel about the one Sam Darnold. All right, what we gonna do here? We got Jaden Blue on the board. Good old Adam Thielen. Ooh,
That's a stack.
we could go with Gesicki.
I like that.
We got Thielen. We still only have 4 running backs.
You want to go forward?
I'm just really not in on Ford, to be honest with you.
I
With
like.
those 4, I'd rather take like a Jaden Blue, honestly. Gesicki just went, so we can hold off a little bit there. Talk to me. We got to pick somebody. Can we click Blue?
I'll take blue. Yeah.
Hey, he's been catching passes out at practice. So then do we want a tight end or a receiver here? We could go you wanna just take Zach Ertz as a kind of good, reliable tight end with
I don't.
with
I don't
Ferguson?
love it. I mean, we can.
You know
I
what
think
I
we
like
we
about
could
this
wait.
is, like, I'm not saying we have to, but again, I think it leaves us an out with our 16th and 17th round picks and 18 because, like, if there is a better receiver that we think is better than the last tight end, like, I think that's kinda borderline, but I'm okay at tight end with Ferguson and Ertz. I think both of them are involved in their offense enough, and I feel good enough about their offenses that, like, I would be okay with just those 2. Because you know who I'm thinking would be fun if we end up having an extra pick and we feel like we can go 7 wide receivers, you know who I think would be fun to throw on this team? How about this guy? Wait, I think I'm spelling it wrong. This guy. How about
Burton.
him as an 18th rounder?
Okay.
You like it? Hate it? Talk to me.
I don't really like it or hate it. I never do it, so I'll try
He's
it.
been looking pretty good in camp. I only say it because we have Burrow. If we
Yeah.
didn't have Burrow, it wouldn't even be a thought. I have 0 of him right now because I don't have a ton of Burrow. But I'm like, okay, what if in the playoffs, like, maybe Higgins is hurt and maybe it's the Chase and Burton show, right?
It's certainly possible.
So that's why I kinda wanted to go Ertz there because I felt that going Ertz there, we know we're keeping it at 2 QBs, and we know if we need to, we can keep it at those 2 tight ends. If it comes down to, like, a gross 3rd tight end or putting Burden on there as a stack with Burrow, I say let's just do that, you know? If Mason Taylor comes back to us in 8 picks, then I wouldn't mind that. I think we definitely need some more running backs here though too. I kinda like Smith, you know I like Giddens. I kinda like Marshawn Lloyd. We have 2 week 5 buys, so I really don't want a 3rd running back with a week 5 buy. We have Swift, Warren, Spears, Davis, and Blue. 4 picks away. Let's move Burden down because we don't wanna take him till the 18th.
Yeah.
If we took them. And see, like, Taylor just went that's the one tight end that kinda made a lot of sense. I guess we can click Arroyo as an option. Which running back you like best out of Smith or Giddens
I
here?
like I like Giddens, but you have a lot of Giddens, so if you want to take Ship Smith, I'm okay with that too.
So then what do we wanna do with the 17th round pick?
Uh, I like having another tight end maybe, but we don't
Okay,
have
then
to.
talk to me. Jatavion Sanders or Johnu Johnson? Who you like better?
Jonnu has a bring back against the Jets.
You want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we'll go Smith here. We'll go Johnu here. You like that tight end room better?
Yeah,
Johnson, Ertz, and Ferguson.
yeah, I like that a little better.
So then here's the question. Are you okay with a running back room that's just Swift, Warren, Spears, Davis, Blue, Smith? Can we get by with that if we wanted to do the fun little Burden thing? I think our last pick is either Burden or running back. So we can kind of play it like, sure, if somebody that we really, really like maybe like a Taj Brooks, maybe a Woody Marks.
Hmm.
If one of them was to fall, then it's actually a debate, but we do have that very last pick, and a lot of those guys are gone generally by then. So I think Burton might be a fun pick. Just keep it at what, 6 what is it, 6 running backs we have?
Yeah, 6, I
We
believe.
can get by with those 6, right? You figure Swift and Warren are for sure gonna be involved in their team on their team. Spears, everything we keep hearing from Tennessee is that it's gonna be more of a, like, 1A, 1B type role this year. I'm really in on Blue as an explosive player that could give us some spike weeks. Ray Davis is attached to a really good offense.
And we're not bye week bros anymore, right?
No, I mean, not with just 2 of them.
I mean,
Well, we do have the 3 week 10s, I guess. No, 2 week 10 3 week 10s. But it's 1 week. I'm not worried about it. I mean, we still got 3 running backs active in week 10.
we certainly shouldn't take Brooks and have a fourth bye week 10, right?
Take who? Yeah, you're probably right about that. That probably takes him off the board. But if you look at it, let's talk through this. So our quarterback room, we feel really, really good about, right? Burrow feels
Yeah.
that's awesome. Tight end room, I think will be good enough to pretty good with Ferguson, Ertz, and Jonnu. Wide receiver right now at the top, especially Chase, Wilson, Marv, or Rice when he's there, Pearsall, and Williams. Sorry about that. I don't know. I just something keeps telling me that Burden pick with a Burrow would be super fun to do.
It could pay off.
Super fun to do. We'll see. 4 picks away, I guess we can go ahead and look. I mean, it's like because we could do Marshawn Lloyd, but then that's another week 5 bye. Like, yeah, Woody Marks might help out a little bit early in the year, but, like, if the Mixon thing isn't that bad and he's playing at the start of the year or very soon thereafter, then I don't know how usable he is. Are you good with Burden as a
I'm okay
7?
with it. Yeah.
I think that's what I like. Let's just do it. Woody Marks went anyways. Let's just finish it off with Burden. That gives us a double with Burrow, with Chase and Burden. We have Fields as the other quarterback, DeAndre Swift, Jalen Warren, Spears, Ray Davis, Jaden Blue, Brashard Smith. That's an okay running back room. We can get by with it, considering we're strong at receiver with Chase, Wilson, Harrison, Rice, Pearsall, Kyle Williams, and we just took Burden. It's the weird underdog thing. He's not showing up. Ferguson, Zach Ertz, and Jonnu Johnson in the tight end room. What do you think, Mark? What do you rate the team? You like it, love it, hate it?
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Mason Taylor would have been a smash on that roster. We were going to take him at one point when he was coming to us, but he got picked right before.
Yeah. Gesicki would have been
Ball
good too.
hurt to not put the promo on the app. I agree. They are a little weird about that sometimes. Take some burden. We did, Dirty P. We took some burden. I'm not in on Kyle Manungai. And we had Swift. And I don't think that guaranteed us even the starting running back in Chicago because I am definitely more of a Roshan guy over Kyle Manungai myself. But that's the team. We finished it off. What do you think, Mark? Another Chow? Kinda got to, right?
We
I mean,
got to.
until
We
they
got
quit
to.
giving us the 101, I'll get in a slow BBM if I have to. Alright, chat. 8:41, we're jumping in another one. I'm excited to see Texan news tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day that the Texans will be in pads. You always get a little interesting news and stuff out of the first couple padded practice. I do like to keep up with what my boys are doing. There's no way we'll get a fifth
No
101.
way.
No way,
Absolutely
right?
not.
Absolutely no way.
Impossible.
Just
There's
just
no
wouldn't
way.
happen. Just wouldn't happen. Like, I mean, oh, somehow I changed my background. Hold on. Where's my normal background? There we go. That's the normal background. That's normally more right there. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Put our banner up there. Like and subscribe if you guys haven't, by the way. You guys know I'm trying to put content out for you almost every day. One more person, and then we shall see. We're probably going to be like the dreaded 7 spot, 8 spot, something like that. I mean, at some point, our luck just has to kind of run out, right? Like, underdog wouldn't give you 5
Hey, we can
chows.
always take McCaffrey.
Oh my goodness, Mark. We got another 101 chat. I cannot believe this. 5 for 5 101s. I mean, I think this is borderline like beating Steve and his Superflex 101 luck.
I'm asking Chat GPT now what
I
the
gotta
odds
post
are.
this on Twitter. Getting the 1.1. Hold on, Chad. I'm posting this on Twitter. X, as they call it.
What are the chances of getting the 1-1 in underdog best ball drafts 5 times in a row? To get the 1.1 5 times in a row, you multiply the probability, blah, 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 blah. Final answer, about 1 in 248,832, or approximately 0.0004%.
Hey, how does that right there feel, Mark? Can you see that little right side of the screen right there?
What am I looking at?
100% Jamar Chase in this
Yes.
chow chow, baby. 100.
Ah.
And that's not even updated because Underdog only lets us update
I don't know if you
this
guys can
stuff.
see that.
But we are 5 for 5. If you don't believe me, go
It's really
back and
blurry.
watch all it's recorded. We have receipts, buddy. Go back and watch all 3 of the chows from last night. They were 1.1s. Hey, Colin, what's up, buddy? Mark got a stream from his place at night with you. 1.1 drafts are my favorite. 5 in a row, boy. 5 in a row. We are on some really, really lucky stuff. I will take as many Jamar Chase teams in this chow chow as they want to give me. Thanks for stopping by, though, Colin. Hope your weekend's going good, buddy.
Unbelievable.
Colin, if you're still listening, I had free dinner tonight. So we played disc golf today, and Mark made a bet with me that if he beat me, I had to if he beat me, I had to wear a signed Sam Darnold jersey on stream tonight because you know how much I'm out on Sam Darnold. And if I won, he bought me dinner. You already know how that story goes.
All right, JT. This time,
Let's
let's
do
do
something real different.
Jamar and stack him with uh your boy Lamar,
Talk to me.
and then a McBride.
I don't like McBride.
You don't think he's a great tight end?
You wanna do 2 pull-ups?
Why not? I mean,
No, 2 pull-ups. How about
we're on
something really
house money right now.
house money, right? How about something fun like that? Do you hate it?
I mean, you don't like JT?
JT won't be there. If JT's there, he's a smash, but he won't be there. One of those 2 guys in front of us is gonna take him. And I don't like Bucky. I don't really love Chase Brown. Yeah, Bryce is pretty good too, but there's a lot of running backs there. If JT's there, he's a smash, but he won't be there. See, we can do McBride if you really want
He's
to.
gone too.
Oh, he's. You want to do Lamar and Hampton?
Okay,
You want to get real different?
might as well.
I know we're both in on Hampton, right?
Absolutely. He's like my second highest owned running back.
Well, now you have him in a chow chow with Lamar and Jamar.
Nice.
Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good.
We out there.
Allen and Adams at the 2-3 turn this time. No, we went Lamar and we pulled up Hampton also. Getting really different. We did Adams on 2 of the 3 teams, I believe, last night.
Yep.
If I'm gonna take a stud quarterback, I'm just Lamar over Allen myself. Like, I'm okay having 3 times more Lamar than I have Allen overall. That's just the way I wanna play it. Shout out to Cody on Off the Schneid. I love his saying, "If you are afraid to be wrong, you will never be right." That is kinda how I like to draft my best ball teams. I am not afraid of being wrong. Hopefully, I get it right sometimes. And I just think Lamar and that Ravens offense is going to be on a mission like none other. So many weapons. I mean, the weapons don't stop, right? Flowers, Bateman, Andrews, Likely, throw my boy D Hop on there. Like so many options. Greg Monken's an awesome offensive coordinator. He's there for the second year. I think that means a lot. I tell you guys all the time, coaching matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at the history. Just look at the last 10 years. When there's somebody that turns out to be a bad offensive play caller, the offense is bad. Like, doesn't matter the players. The Bears could very well be the offense nobody saw coming this year and just be killing it with Ben Johnson and be a top 8 offense easily. And last year they were like a mess, right? Because coaching matters. And I'm really high on Greg Monken. And like as a new coordinator, it kind of limits what you can do, right? You got to go through all the camp and everything, and you're just trying to get the basics. Every offense is a whole new language, and so everything is from start fresh from scratch. Sure, as the season goes on, each week you're adding wrinkles, but then when the really good play callers go into their second, third years, that's when you really start to see the wrinkles. Ben Johnson's a perfect example, right? I don't remember if he was their OC for 2 or 3 years. It was a few years, but, like, you didn't see all the crazy stuff that they were doing last year in his first year. They were a good offense, but it was into that second, that third year of Ben Johnson being the coordinator where they already had their base, and so they could just start layering on things on top of things. That's when it gets really fun. We will see what comes to us here at this turn. Of course, watch since we took Lamar, this will be the one that Burrow falls all the way back to us at the 6-7. I would hate taking him then.
I still
And
take
we
him.
could go like Walker. We could go like Pickens, J-Mo.
I like Pickens.
What do you think? You think we need another running back here with Hampton and Walker, or would you rather have the double receiver in J-Mo and
I
Pickens if
think we
all
did the double receiver with them in one of our other drafts, right?
so you wanna go Walker?
I think
Well, they
Walker.
made the
Okay,
choice for
J-Mo
us.
then. What about
Walker
that?
and J-Mo?
Okay,
You good with that?
I'm good with it.
Sounds fun. Lamar, Hampton, Kenneth Walker, Jamar Chase, JMO. Like it. It's feeling pretty good. That's kind of not true though. What? Enlighten me, Dirty P. What do you feel like is not true? The afraid of being wrong means you can never be right thing. Sketchy Canadian logic. It sounds good, Dirty P. Work with me here. It sounds good. That's just how I draft, and that's why I love that statement that he always says, because you guys know generally my highest percent guys are a lot higher than what some people are comfortable with, but I'm okay, right? Like for this year, right now, I have one player that's a little over 30%, and it's Giddens, but like he's a 17th, sometimes late 16th round pick. Like whatever, you're gonna have lots of teams where your 16th, 17th, and 18th round picks don't hit your lineup much at all or are total, zeros for you.
But
And
if it does,
do what but if it does,
if it
right?
does,
And
then
like
you're
John
it's a home run.
JT, as much as I like JT, he has yet his whole NFL career, he has never played a season without missing games due to injury. So
True.
like when I draft Giddens at 30%, literally like I'm banking on the base case of at some point Taylor's going to get banged up. He might miss a game to 2 games. Maybe it's 3 or 4 games. And for those weeks, I have what I think is a really good running back on a team that likes to run the ball a lot. Maybe it's really, maybe it happens at a good time and a time when I could really use that in my lineup. Maybe it happens on some of my teams that are a little weaker at RB with him on it and it's in the playoffs. And now that team just became a monster team.
100%.
That is why I take him at the clip that I do. But if I was afraid, there's some people that like 20% mark is kind of like borderline. Ooh, like I don't want to get over 20% of that guy. Well, like in some ways that is smart, like because again, none of us know, right? We don't know. There's no right way to win best ball, and so like I'm not knocking the people who have more smoother exposures or not super high on one guy. Like mathematically or whatever, that probably works out a little more in your favor because injuries do happen. And when a guy gets injured, yeah, it will suck if Giddens tears his ACL this year and I have 30% of him and he absolutely has no chance to be a smash. It'll suck if I have like probably right now I'm about like 25% Lamar or so probably would be my guess all the slows I have him in. Would it suck if he gets hurt? Yeah.
Shh, shh, shh. We're not going to say that because I got a lot of Lamar too.
All right, Mark. Let's look. We got Swift coming back. Diggs is potentially there.
Mm-hmm. We're fading Montgomery, right? I'm fading him.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how
I
you
have
feel about it.
1.6% Montgomery. The only times I have taken Montgomery is when people have made me take Montgomery. We did Laporta thing already. Although we do have JMO, I guess we could do it again. Mark, I told you this would be the time that it happens. Should we just go ahead and lock down quarterback and go Swift
Just
and
do it.
Burrow? We
Just do
got
it.
the Burrow. This is why you try it, Mark. It
Just
would be
do
the
it.
draft that we have Lamar and Burrow at the 6-7 with Jamar Chase just feels so freaking nice.
They're going to battle twice a year
So
too,
freaking
and those
nice.
scores always go through the
And it's in
roof.
the playoffs, week 15, buddy. Is one of them. So freaking nice, chat. Let's go.
I'm liking this one.
Let's go. Mark, we might have to do another one, man. I was only planning on doing 2 tonight on stream,
How many 1-1s can one person get?
but I'm tempted to just see how many they're going to keep giving us. I'll keep finding ways to get different with it, I promise. And it'll be fun every time.
This is wild. There's like asteroids have a higher chance of hitting Earth than what has happened so far.
5. Let's do the mixing thing. 5 of them, chat.
Unbelievable. So we don't have to worry about quarterback anymore, too.
Quarterback, we are absolutely
That's good.
100% without a shadow of a doubt done. You can just unclick it. Although we still have 13 picks till it gets to
If
us.
Mixon makes it into the 100s, do we take a shot on him?
In the 100s, I mean, at some point it just makes sense, right? At some point,
Oh, somebody took him.
I'm about to say
They took him
that's
at
getting far.
84.
I don't see him falling too much past that, to be honest. I mean, you're just getting to like really like. I guess let's look at the running backs that's still on there. Ah, sorry about that. I mean, I guess he could end up falling to the hundreds. I don't think he will right now. I think if like another week or so goes by and we don't hear any more updates or anything like that, then maybe. Or if we do hear an update and it's like a bad update or something.
Let's look at our team real quick. Where are we at?
We're sitting really nice.
Lamar
Lamar
and
and Burrow, we pulled up Hampton and
Walker
we
and
got
Swift.
Walker and Swift with them. Nice room right there. Jamar Chase and JMO. I almost am going to be tempted to just like, but this is also getting to that range where you kind of hate wide receiver. We
We
could
can
do
grab
like
Andrews now.
Andrews and then just let's see what's all out here. We don't want to do Warren. I really like Dobbins.
You want to do Dobbins in five in a row?
5 in a row.
I kind
Have
of
we
want to
taken
get
him that
different.
many
We've
times?
taken him, yeah.
All right, let's hold off on him then. Are there any receivers here that you like?
Shaheed, Coleman. I like Coleman a little bit. I like Shaheed.
I don't
Shaheed
hate
more.
either one of those. Who you like best out of Shaheed and Coleman?
Uh, Coleman's on a better offense, but Shaheed is he's a deep threat. Well, both of them are deep threats. Maybe Coleman because he's on a better team.
You want to go Coleman?
Sure.
Final answer?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, he's only a year two guy. And so here's one reason I keep trying to get into Coleman a little bit is like think back to last year as a prospect. Like we knew it shouldn't be surprising. We knew that he was a really raw prospect, right? So like after having a full NFL season and a full off season, it is not out of the question that he is just like a lot better with Josh Allen this
This
year.
could be a breakout
It
season.
very well could be. We knew he was a raw prospect. That was the biggest knock on him that like he's super athletic, he's a big guy, he can win the 50-50 ball, he's raw as a route runner and stuff like that. But now he's had a full year, a full off season.
I heard he's making catches too now in training camp.
What is up, Hardman? What's up, Chris? My Tuesday night boys. Y'all will not believe this, but last night, me and Mark drafted 3 Chow Chows on stream, and we pulled the 101 all 3 times. Tonight, this is our second draft on stream. We are 5 for 5 with 1.1s in the Chow Chow. Like it's crazy. Like asteroids odds of hitting Earth, Mark said, are greater than these chances when he chat GBT'd it. Like, so we're just trying to get different. You know, we pulled Lamar up, we pulled Hampton up. I mean, you can only build so many classic Jamar Chase teams. This would be the team that we got Burrow to come back to the 6-7 turn after we took Lamar. So we were like, sure, why not? Right?
Why not?
Why not have Lamar and Joe Burrow at pick 73 on the same team? Hampton, Walker, Swift. Wide receivers are Chase, J-Mo, and Coleman. Mark Andrews paired with Lamar at tight end. I'm liking it a lot, Mark. I got to say, this one might give our previous best team a run for its money.
It's looking good.
We will take the glitch. We will take the glitch. You guys know about the Candyman in the Fantasy Garage, and Hartman's been streaming a lot lately too. Be sure to go check both of those out. Be sure to check all three of us out this Tuesday. I believe we will be probably on your channel, Candyman. Is that correct? Your week? Always a fun time. If you missed last Tuesdays, go check it out on Hartman's channel. He had a shout out to Sam Sherman back in the day. The little like guess the player had some stats with the mystery player. It was fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. Of course, the player that he wanted us to guess was for quarterback and wide receiver, a quarterback that I am totally out on, and a receiver that I'm not in on because of it. Sam Darnold and JSN were the main two mystery players that it centered around. Thought it was pretty funny. All right, Mark, what do we want to do here? We need to land this plane, buddy, because it's going really smooth so far.
I kind
Look
of
at
want
that.
to get like not right now, but get Gesicki as another tight end. So for that stack later,
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him. He's way down
that's
there.
way down there. But like right
I
now,
don't think we have anybody in the room. I can star him.
if Shaheed
Shahid
comes
might
back
come back
again,
to
let's
us.
take him for sure.
Or Bateman sitting there. I like
Okay,
Kirk, but I know you're not super
we
in
could
on
double
him.
tap both of them.
We got 3 running backs. I definitely think we need some more wide receivers.
Hmm.
I wouldn't hate that, the double tap. We were just talking about Kincaid and we took Coleman, so from a team stack perspective, that makes a little bit of sense. Because yeah, hmm, what we want to do here? Bateman?
Okay,
So Bateman, and then we don't want to do Gesicki, so talk to me. We can do like
you want Hollywood here?
Kincaid. You know what? You're in on Hollywood. We didn't end up taking him on that last team, did we?
No, we didn't.
Let's.
Pull Gesicki off of there. Yeah,
I'll switch it. I knew we had a little time.
unless you see something else.
Hollywood or Kincaid is another tight end, but then we would have to still have 3 tight ends if we try to do the Gesicki thing. Let's take Hollywood. We need receivers.
Let's do that.
I'm gonna trust you on that. You've been trying to be in my ear about Hollywood. I've been out on him. I only have less than a percent. I have him in one $3 draft total. That's about as out as you can get on a guy without being a zero. But you know what? There is definitely a chance, Mark, that you are correct and I am wrong.
We're trying to be different, right?
We're trying to be different. Maybe at a really nice time, he has a big deep ball game or something comes through for us. Let's do it. Candyman says he's going to cook up a mystery player for us this week. Sounds fun. Can't wait, buddy. Can't wait.
So with 5-1-1s, is it safe to say that we have solved the Chow Chow?
We have solved something. Like, I don't know. Like, Underdog is liking JT Best Ball right now or something.
Mhm.
Shout out to Underdog. Y'all want to go ahead and give me that partnership deal now or at the end of the season when I ship this sucker or what?
What's our roster construction looking like right now?
Let's take a little look. Let's stay on top of it because I like this team. 2-3-5-1. We already know the quarterbacks. I like that running back room so far with
Mhm.
Hampton and Walker and Swift. It's 3 guys. Wide receiver room, Chase, JMO, Coleman, Bateman, Hollywood, Mark Andrews holding down the tight end room. We're 12 picks away, so we'll wait a little bit. When
Mhm.
it starts getting a little closer to us, we will jump in there and start planning out the next pick. I like that we double tapped wide receiver there, though, because we were starting to get just a little bit behind on it. Definitely going to be one that we have to attack with volume here still over the next few rounds, but we only have 2 quarterbacks in there, 2 great quarterbacks. So Not only can we be awesome at quarterback, we can keep it at 2, which means that we'll have an extra spot to play with.
I'm liking this one.
All right, let's see. Let's see. We thought about it last time. I would be tempted to maybe take Kincaid if he came back here. We did Ray Davis a minute ago. We can go Garindo in case your boy McCaffrey doesn't stay healthy. I like Tillman. Are you in on Tillman?
You were saying something about him the other day, and I don't have enough of him, so I don't mind getting a little exposure to him.
We just did Kyle Pitts thing earlier. Are there any running backs on the board right now that you like better than Garindo? Like, I think if he holds, we should do Tillman.
Okay.
Or are there any receivers here that you like?
Not really.
QJ, are you in on QJ at all? Like they say he's been looking good in practice. I'd still just think there's a well, he just went anyways.
I take him, but I usually take him on Herbert stacks.
That's fair. We
I don't
don't
know.
necessarily need the early running back production, or we could do like a Samson, but
I'm okay with Garindo.
Garindo and Tillman, that sound fun.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Add another receiver. Just in case, CMC.
I would have always preferred Ray Davis, but we've been doing Ray
We've
Davis a
done
lot.
him a couple of times, I think. And hey, it doesn't have to be a season-ending injury that kills all your CMC shares. Maybe it's just like a
When
couple.
CMC was out, Garindo was the guy, right?
Yeah, and maybe it's just like a couple games that he gets in there. Injuries do happen. He's adding a body. There could be games where San Francisco is winning, and they just want to take it easy on CMC. And maybe we get a usable score from Garindo that week because he gets like 2 later garbage time-ish touchdowns.
Certainly possible.
We'll see. If we want to do Gesicki, I think we kind of got to take him at the next one. It'll be a little bit ahead of ADP, but he's not going to probably come back to like the 190s, which would be our next one after that. So we will
If he doesn't come back, do you want maybe this is a Kyle Pitts team?
quite possible.
I can't believe I'm saying that.
I mean, I think the fact that Mooney is going to be out now most of the preseason, that's just going to like give Pitts a time to really like, gel more with Penix. And like they've been throwing him the ball a ton in practice lately. I know it's practice, but still.
Well, he just went anyway.
What's that?
He just went anyway, so we don't even have to cross that bridge.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. He likely went. Matthew Stafford went.
Blue is still there.
I don't hate Blue, but I feel like we've also done him a few times on these. Hopefully, in 7 picks, Gesicki's the top tight end, but it will be still a little ahead of his ADP, so he might come back to us. Let's see. Let's
If
look
he
at this
doesn't,
wide receiver room.
there's
Chase,
others.
J-Mo, Coleman. I think we could definitely use a 7th wide receiver here. And since we have Andrews and Bateman, definitely don't want to do like a D-Hop on this team. I wouldn't mind like a Thielen for our last guy. I'm super in on Thielen. You're the Panthers fan? Are you in on Thielen this year, Mark?
Every year he proves me wrong. So I keep thinking that he's washed, but then he keeps coming through. So I don't know, man. Let's take
Pat Bryant.
I like the upside of Pat Bryant. There's a lot of potential there.
Well, we're
Sean
one
Payton
pick
seems to
away.
like him.
And you know who the one bull case that I've heard that makes the most sense. You want to just do Gesicki and Bryant?
Okay.
Well, we were gonna do Gesicki, right?
Yep.
And you like Bryant?
Brian or Blue, you can choose.
Let's just go ahead and finish our wide receiver room because we know there's a lot of later running backs that we like, right?
Okay.
Like there's a
True.
list of them in 16, 17, and 18 that are good picks, I think, that's not necessarily the case with wide receiver. So I think it just made kind of sense right there to go ahead and finish off wide receiver room with Pat Bryant, Mark Andrews, and Gesicki at tight end, paired with both our quarterbacks. Oops. Um, so Who Hames is was telling me his bull case one time on Pat Bryant, and it makes a lot of sense. I agree with it totally. That like, think about all the receivers that they have on Denver, other than Cortland Sutton. None of them are like the prototypical bigger body, outside type receiver. So especially when we think the Broncos are really good, right? We draft Dobbins a lot because they have an awesome offensive line. They have an awesome defense. I say it about my Texans all the time. Like, a really good defense is going to give your offense the ball in really good positions all the time. And like, when they get close to the red zone and they want to bring in like a two tight end, two wide receiver set, because they don't want you to know, are we running? Are we throwing? Are we doing play action? Like, it's more than likely at some point, if not right away from the beginning of the season, going to probably be Sutton and Pat Bryant, just because of his size and the type of receiver that he is. And like, touchdowns go a long way on underdog with it being half point PPR, you know?
Yeah, and I think Sean Payton drawing comparisons to Michael Thomas, I mean, that's pretty high praise. I mean, he fell off towards the end, but he was the best wide receiver. He led the league in completions and receptions for a while. So I think he has a plan for him.
All right. Do you want a third tight end with a Andrews Gesicki team? I kind of think yes, maybe, because Gesicki is kind of a spike week type player.
If we do, there's one that I want, but he's not always there.
I think he's gone already.
Okay.
You talking about Arroyo?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in the 16th round, buddy. You got to learn 15th round Arroyo or early 16th round Arroyo.
That's where he usually goes in my drafts.
So here for me, I would say like, let's just do something like, because we have Hampton, Walker, Swift, and Garindo, but behind Hampton, Walker, and Swift, I mean, there's a lot of games that Garindo might not do much. Like, how would you feel about just double tapping something like that?
Well, we did Smith in the last one. Do you want to go
Or Lloyd, maybe?
Lloyd or Jarquez?
Do you like Jarquez over Rico?
I like Rico more than both of them.
Let's just go Lloyd and Rico then. You
I
good with
think
that?
Rico will see the field a lot more.
Rico and Lloyd?
Okay.
And I think then we can just be done at running back. Hampton, Walker, Swift, Garindo, Rico Dowdle, and Marshawn Lloyd. You good with that running back room?
Yeah.
Sounds good
I
to
think
me.
those first three, they're going to hold it down for the most part.
Burrow and Chase. I say if we get lucky and any decent tight end who we feel even somewhat okay about comes back, maybe take them. And then if not, we can just look at adding either a seventh running back or an eighth wide receiver.
Okay.
If one of the tight ends that we like comes back, I wouldn't mind it, just because we do have Andrews. Most weeks we can probably count on him holding it down. But I'm just also thinking that like Gesicki typically on that offense with Chase there and everything, Higgins, probably he's going to be like he was last year, where like every now and then he hits your lineup with a nice little tight end spike or something.
Yeah, you might get like 3 or 4 good weeks out of
But
him.
there's going to be a lot of weeks he doesn't do anything. So I kind of would like to maybe have a third tight end if somebody comes back to us worth
Yeah,
taking.
I think tight end would be a good call there.
I've done lost count, Mark. How many? The 5, right? It's been 5 Jamar Chase teams.
5 in a row.
It's getting hard to keep up, chat. It's getting hard to keep up.
First world problems.
I mean, if that isn't a first world problem, I don't know what is. Because the $50 underdog draft, we keep getting the first pick. Sign me up, though. I love it. I will keep taking it.
About Yosiva?
No, I'm not really in on him. We don't need receiver at all. I think if anything, maybe go to running back. But look, we got some options. I think it's gonna work out.
Juwan?
I wouldn't mind any of these four guys right here as another tight end option. I didn't expect most of those guys to be back here, to be honest with you.
What is our tight end bye weeks?
Good question. 10 and 7, so we're pretty good no matter who we want to take.
Mhm.
Who's your favorite? My favorite would be Johnson,
I think Johnson.
probably followed by the other Johnson, honestly.
I agree with you both of those. Probably Juwan first and Theo second. But
And we'll definitely get
Waller has a bring back against Cincinnati. If you want
yeah,
to play
but
that,
Waller hasn't been good in a lot of years.
we know Juwan Johnson's going to get the ball, or he's going to be on the field for at least the beginning of the season, right?
Yep, let's go with Jonnu Johnson. I mean, he's gonna be their tight end all year. Like, Taysom Hill isn't a thing this year. He's like hurt. If anything, it may be really late in the year, but probably past any best ball stuff. Mark, you want to call this team out for us?
Oh, at quarterback, we got the GOAT, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow, who's probably going to be throwing the ball more than any other quarterback this season. We've got the stud rookie, Omari and Hampton. We've got Ken Walker, who is all business. DeAndre Swift, who, from what we're hearing, sounds like he's going to be the guy in Chicago. We've got Garindo, who, if anything ever were to happen to CMC, he's going to get the ball. Rico Dowdle is a good pass catching back who I think will be on the field a good bit when because they don't really want to throw the ball to Hubbard as much, and they brought him in as a pass catcher, so I think that's a good pick. And Lloyd is there in case what was his name?
Jacobs.
Yeah, in case Jacobs goes down, we got the backup. We've got the greatest wide receiver ever, Jamar Chase. JMO is electric. He can make some really amazing plays. Coleman, this could be a breakout year for him. He's a deep ball threat. Bateman, uh, Lamar was throwing it to him a lot more last year than he had before, so I think he's getting Lamar's trust more. Hollywood Brown, I think, will get the ball until Rice comes back, and maybe a little bit after that. Tillman showed some flashes last year towards the end of the season, and he might be a good sneaky pick later. And Pat Bryant is a good rookie to pick up who has a big body, and we'll see if Nix will throw it to him this year. And of course, we got Andrews and Gesicki for two nice stacks with Juwan Johnson.
Jawan Johnson. He just doesn't show up. It's like a weird underdog thing. Thielen is super underrated. I've been saying, Colin, for quite some time now that because of his ADP, I actually think that Thielen is one of the best clicks on the board. Shout out to our friend of the stream, Steve. He also believes that, I know. And so I kind of like to think that great minds think alike, that type of thing. I tell you what, this is what we're gonna do. I was just gonna do 2 drafts tonight, but they want to just keep giving us the 101. So we are going to do another one. Chat, y'all hit Mark with some questions real quick. Ask Mark some questions in the chat. I will be right back. I'm gonna make me another drink. Then we will hop in another chow chow. Hold it down.
Okay, I'll answer any questions. So I got a question for you guys. Who is your favorite late round pick? Who's the guy that you think is going to get the ball and be a fantasy value at the end of your draft? For me, it was Arroyo, but now everybody's picking him, so he's not really a last round pick anymore. Just to remind you, we have 5 in a row, 1-1s in the Chow,
which comes out
which
to
comes
about
out to about a
zero
0.0004%
chance of ever
chance of
according to
ever
Chat.
happening, according to ChatGPT.
Can we do it again?
Can
Of
we do
course,
it again? Of course
of
not.
course.
Of course not.
We said that the last
But we
time.
said that the last
We
time.
said that the time
And we
before
said
too.
that the time before too. So
I think the
I
football
think the
gods have been
football
smiling.
gods have been smiling upon us.
I don't know. We'll
I don't know.
see.
We'll see.
Tory
Tory
Holt,
Horton, that's your guy.
Dante
Dante
Thornton,
Thornton,
25%.
25%.
He
He
will
will
have
have
a
a
couple
couple
of
of
spike.
spike weeks.
He's
He's
really
really
fast.
fast.
He's
He's
really
really
fast.
fast, and
He
he can take
the
the
top
top
off.
off of defenses.
I
I
like
like
that.
that one. I take him sometimes.
And we are back. What you guys been talking about? Tory Horton.
Dirty Pete likes Tory Holton. Horton.
I remember that. All right, so Mark, this time we need to just chat. We're going to jump in it at 9:22 if anybody wants to jump in it with us. We just need to go ahead and plan what we want to do for another spot cuz I mean, like we know we're not going to have the 101, right? I mean,
No,
no
of
way,
course
right?
not. Absolutely not.
9:22 we will hop in it, which is right now. 6 people jump on in it. Plenty of room for you guys to jump in it.
I'm gonna make a drink real quick, and I'll be right back.
Go ahead, go ahead. GAB, thanks for stopping by, my friend. Appreciate it. Hit the like, hit the sub if you're not. I have 25% Thornton. He will have at least a couple spike weeks. I don't hate that. Except, yeah, he is starting to really get steamed up. 15th to 18th round. I'm just believing he will be a smash. I've drafted Thornton since day one. Nothing wrong with that. I take him a little bit. I don't take him a ton, but I do take him a little bit. And I agree that he will definitely have, I think, some nice spike weeks. So far through Raiders camp, it seems like he's kind of, holding down, or at least they're thinking of him as that outside wide receiver opposite Myers. We will see. Can me and my boy Mark pull off an unbelievable 6 for 6 with the 101s in the Chow Chow? Like we have drafted 5 Chow Chows this weekend, and we have gotten the 101 in all of them. It's mind blowing at this point. It really is. We were joking about it earlier today that like, no way, right? No way did we get another one.
No way.
I didn't think I'd get another one in any of the 15 that I probably plan on doing, but like they just keep giving it to us time and time again. So we got to find new ways to do it. Like let's pull up Hampton and Lamar. Why not throw Joe Burrow on there at the 6-7 turn? That sounds fun. I like that last team a lot, Mark. We got to go back and look at it
I like
throughout
it
the year.
too.
I think that one can make a whole lot of noise. How's you guys' weekend going? Anybody do anything interesting this weekend? Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us on Sunday night, by the way. We do appreciate it. I got a pretty busy week coming up for me. Who Hames and Hartman will be on with me tomorrow. Back to my normal 10 o'clock time, the nightcap. You guys know 10 p.m. That's normally when we go live. Come hang out with us tomorrow night. Tuesday night, I'll be over on Candyman's channel. Me and him and Hartman normally get together on Tuesdays. Wednesday, we got another special time for y'all. So Wednesday, let's see, what pick did we get? What pick did we get? Okay, our luck finally ended. We got the 5 spot.
Okay.
I don't hate the 5 spot though. I don't hate it. I mean, we knew at some point luck had to run out, right? At least this team will be different than the last 5 teams that we built.
Absolutely. I mean, how many different varieties of Lamar teams can
I mean,
Jamar
we were
teams can you
kinda
make?
maxing it out. Last round, we pulled up Hampton and Lamar just to try to get different and not take Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams again. The time before that, we took Marv, who we're neither one of us are super in on, but it's a stack, and why not at that point? So, like, for me here, it's either always Lamb or Gibbs. Are you like those 2 at the 5?
Oh,
Assuming one
sure.
of the top 3 don't fall, of course.
Yeah.
But, like, assuming it kinda goes as planned, then the 5 spot for me is always CeeDee Lamb or Gibbs. Who do you prefer out of those 2 if they're both there? What do you
Uh,
like the
I think I have a little bit. I'm pretty even on both of them. Uh, my gut's telling me CD Lamb, but I don't have enough of Gibbs to really question that either. So I'd take Gibbs.
I normally go Lamb over Gibbs myself, probably evident by, like, having more Lamb than Gibbs, but I'm okay for whatever. Let's see what happens here. They might make yep, they made our decision for us. They took Lamb at the 4 spot. Let's go Gibbs. Nothing wrong with starting off with Jamar Gibbs at the 5 spot.
Absolutely.
We're a little more in the middle of the board this time too, which sometimes it's nice because that's where you can, I think, sometimes take the biggest advantage of like dips in ADP, you know? It just always seems like when you're on those corners, a lot of times, like if a guy is falling, he always ends up getting scooped before he gets to you or whatever. Whereas sometimes when you're in the middle, you can get those little 8 pick discounts or whatever on a guy that's kind of slipping a little bit.
Just take the values.
Swift has certainly been underwhelming, but the opportunity he will be afforded is well achieved in its current cost. I got tons of Swift. And I don't know if you've seen some of my recent streams, but I've been talking about it a couple times about 32 beat writers. I know most of you guys probably follow them on Twitter. They actually started a YouTube a little bit ago, and I guess it was about 3 or 4 days ago now. One of their third, fourth video or something like that that they put out. It was whoever's their host or whatever, he was interviewing a beat writer for the Chicago Bears. And, kind of going through the interview, asking him questions about how he sees things shaking out and what he's hearing. And the 2 biggest takeaways from that interview I listened to me, was that this particular beat writer said that he's hearing and he anticipates that Swift is kind of like the guy, and that Roshan is thought of as kind of the backup, not so much like a Gibbs and Montgomery thing where it's 1A, 1B, but like Swift is like more so the guy. And the other very interesting thing, which actually I've notoriously up until about 3 or 4 days ago been not that in on Amon St. Brown this year, but I'm sorry, not Amon St. Brown, DJ Moore, but I'm actually getting more into DJ Moore now because this beat writer also said that he's hearing that, like, DJ Moore just kinda has the Amon routes from the Ben Johnson playbook, or at least that's what he's hearing, basically. What do you like here, Mark? You like JT or you like Ladd?
I take JT a lot. I've been taking Lad more lately, but I like
And you
both
know
of
what? That
them.
kinda is nice too because we've been building, obviously having the 101, we've been building so many just, like, super heavy wide receiver rooms.
True.
So, like, yeah, let's just go, like, Gibbs and JT. That'll kinda get us off of some of those other running backs that we've been drafting a lot in the last drafts. Mix up our exposure in this bad boy a little bit. But yes, he was saying that the DJ Moore is going to have the Amon role in the offense, which does make me a little more in on DJ Moore. And again, it's hearsay, but it was coming from the guy. Seemed like he knew what he was talking about. He's one of their beat writers. He does a lot of other stuff too. He was talking about how he works for, I think, PFF part time as like a draft scout, scouting college guys and stuff. It's a pretty good interview though. Might want to go check it out.
DJ Moore's always been a good catch and run guy too. That kind of fits for him.
Now I think because this team is totally different with like Gibbs and Taylor, like I wouldn't be opposed to like a Wilson or an Adams again, just because it's a different build. It's not a Jamar Chase team. What are you thinking here?
I'm always going to lean Garrett over Adams, but I'm taking a good bit of both of them.
I agree with that. We'll go Garrett unless the guy in front of us takes him, and then if he does, he went Lamar. Let's go Garrett.
G
Almost
Money.
always I'm like highest ADP because you never know. Like Garrett Wilson's not coming back to us. That's a bad example. He's not coming back to us in the 4th round, but in general, if there's like a 8 pick difference or something, always take the highest ADP if you like them about the same. 12,000 total yards, 8 TDs is within reach for Swift. No, I agree with you, my man. I draft a lot of Swift. I will let me go look real quick while we're waiting on it to get around to us. I'm curious right now. And of course I have a whole bunch of slow drafts going right now. I am in we'll call it mini slow draft hell. I hear of real slow draft hell and mine is nothing like that. So, but I have 16% Swift. So I am definitely like super in on Swift. I agree with you 100%. He's explosive. And I was just talking to Mark, I think it was before the stream started. Like I am a super huge proponent of like coaching matters, right? Like it is not within reason to see that Bears offense in general go from being just kind of the mess that they were last year to like a really freaking good offense this year because of the Ben Johnson factor. Like coaching and scheme, it matters a lot more than especially in the best ball space, like some of the sharper people I think do take that into account, but just as a whole, I think sometimes we overlook it. Instance, the Bears last year, I was notoriously not drafting Caleb Williams a lot. I was kind of out on the Bears because of just their coaching and their offensive coordinator. I think he's one of the worst in the league. And like this year, I am really in on them. What happened last year? They were not good last year. Are you guys believers in the Jets this season, specifically the triplets, Field, Brees, and Wilson? I am super in on Fields myself. I also take Wilson a whole lot because I think it will be the passing game consisting of a whole lot of Field looking at Wilson, and hopefully, if Wilson isn't open. How you feel about Ted? Or we were just talking of DJ Moore. Does DJ
Let's
Moore?
take him. We're talking him up. Let's
I
take
mean, I
him.
can't go on a like 5-minute rant about DJ Moore having the Amon St. Brown role and then not turn around and take him when he's one of the top players on the board.
I'm really big on Fields and Garrett. Garrett's my number one exposure this year for wide receiver, and I think Fields is my number two behind Lamar.
Brees Hall, I'm in on. You know what? I have my running backs exposure pulled up over there. I'm not as high on him as I am like the Fields and Wilson stuff, but I'm basically right at the field. I have 8.5% Brees. So I like him definitely, but he's not a guy that I want to be like necessarily super overweight on. Part of that is because I do tend to play it through Fields. I like Fields for his rushing upside. I like Garrett Wilson, especially kind of on that left side of the board at the 2-3 turn area.
I mean, they were teammates in college.
They
I
were
mean, I
teammates in
think this could
college.
be like a mini Burrow Chase thing, if
Sh-
everything works out right.
Shout out to Shower Narrative, as ETR's boy always likes to say. Locker room buds. Let's see. What do we want to do here, Mark? We have some receivers on the board. Devontae, you like Devontae, or we could reach down for like Hunter,
I like
Ridley.
Ridley and Flowers a lot.
I don't really want to do Flowers without a. I think I got him in there. We went with Ridley. Ridley was
Okay.
the first name you called out. That opens up a quarterback late too. Like we have Fields as an option. We have Caleb as an option. We have Cam Ward as like a late option now too. I like Devontae more though, honestly, when I'm over here and you can try to do like the Hurts Devontae thing.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
never
why
get
that
that.
guy didn't just do it. That doesn't make any sense. Well, I guess he had Jalen Hurts with Barkley and a he had a chance to get Jalen Hurts, Barkley, AJ Brown, Hurts, and Devontae Smith. I mean, that's a lot, but like it's hard to pull that off. I think I would have just pulled the trigger on the whole offense there. What do you think about that? Would you have went Hunter right there, Mark? This guy, he started Saquon, and then he went AJ Brown, and then he went Hampton. Then he grabbed Hurts here, thinking he stacked him with Brown, and he had Saquon. Would you have taken Travis Hunter over Devontae Smith right there?
I think by that point, you're already pretty much committed to the Philly
I mean,
offense.
just
Just do it.
click Devontae and have the whole damn thing, right?
Just ride it out.
What do you think, Chat? Would you have went Travis Hunter over Devontae on that particular pick? Oh, let's see. Let's put it on the board for you guys. I'll try to catch up a little bit here on chat. I just can't believe Swift for more than 3 spikes and a bunch of sub 10. Oh, I don't agree with you on that, Dirty P. You're my boy, and I like you a lot, but I can't get there with you. I am much higher on Smith than you, but I say it all the time that it's the beauty of this game, right? It's okay. We can disagree. I will admit I'm going to be wrong on a whole lot about best ball stuff this year. A whole lot of my player takes, a whole lot of my what I think guys are going to do, what teams I think are going to smash.
Dirty P, do you think are you out on Swift because you don't like the player as far as the talent, or do you don't like the scheme? You don't like the coach? What is why do you not like Swift this year? I'd just be interested to know. I think he's talented. I think he's very talented. He does get injured quite a bit, so I think that kind of drops him down a little bit.
All right, let's see here, Mark. We have 3 receivers, 2 running backs, and that's it. We're about to be on the clock. We have DJ Moore. We can show Dirty P that Swift is a good click for the third. We can go Judy as a wide receiver. What do you like here, Mark?
I'm in on Swift this year.
Let's do it. I'm not afraid. We're gonna show you Dirty P. How about a running back room of Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, and Swift? One thing I'm the new underdog guy. Most of y'all know that. I played all of my volume on DraftKings the last 2 years. And one thing that like I've been trying to do from time to time is even if sometimes, yes, my team might have a wide receiver hit the flex, I try to make sure I have a third running back that's definitely capable of being a dude because, like, I've never played BR on Underdog before. I plan on playing it this year. I'm gonna stream some. Y'all come check those out. But I keep hearing all this about how like running back hits the flex so much in BR. That makes total sense, right? It's a half point PPR league. Touchdowns matter. Running backs in general score more touchdowns than wide receivers. So like probably it's a good thing if like we have 3 really good running backs and we can have 2 scores plus our flex there. Most of the time, GAB, I agree with you that 4 out of 5 Eagles start like that is probably not something you would want to do a lot. But the fact that you had the chance to do it, especially if he's a guy who's going to draft more than, say, one of these. Let's make this pick, though, Mark. We're on the clock. Probably need a receiver here. Who you like here? Talk to me about
I
the
like
receivers.
Myers for the floor, but I like Golden for the spike spike weeks.
I mean, we don't want floors. We want swinging for the fences. That's how I play. I mean, we have Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Ridley. Like, we're gonna be okay floor wise. Like, we're getting points at wide receiver. I'm just not that in on Jacoby Myers. You said Golden, and I like him, so we took him.
Mixon went 78 this time.
That's about somewhere in that 7th round is where I kind of expect him to go. We took him last night once at that 6-7 turn. We need to start kind of thinking ahead just a little bit because I mean, we're good. Running back, JT, Gibbs, and Swift. We got four good wide receivers. Our first possible quarterback stack is going to be Fields around the 100s. Then we're going to have Caleb kind of right after that or right around the same area. Love is now an option for us too. And of course, Cam Ward we can throw on as a third. We'll see. But no, going back to that, I just think that like sure he wasn't probably planning that, but like if you're sitting at the draft position he was where like, okay, you took Barkley, you took AJ Brown, you took Hurts, and Smith is there, like why not? Like, right now, why not just go ahead and go for it this one time? Now, I guess if he's only planning on doing it is a higher dollar tournament. So if he's only planning on doing, say, one, two, three chow chows, maybe he doesn't want to do that, and that could make sense. I could see it being a weird dynamic for Swift and Johnson since last time Ben Johnson pretty much drove him out of town. That is false, Colin. So like I've done a lot of digging on that. Like you don't want to know how many Reddits and X searches I've done to try to find out what Ben Johnson thought of Swift whenever he was there together in Detroit. And everything that I heard about like how Detroit runs their offense or their team is like position coaches have just as much like say so as far as like who they really like or who they really want to keep putting it in Dan Campbell's ear versus the offensive coordinator is taken into account too. But it was more so Deuce Staley, the running back coach, that absolutely did not like Swift and kind of ran him out of town is my conclusion, at least, that I came through to after hours and hours of digging on it over a 2-night period. Yes, I am that much of a non-grass toucher at this point.
I don't really like any of these guys here. What do you think?
We don't have any tight ends, but I don't like those guys either. I mean, we could just, well, damn, both. It's a little early, but we could just reach and get Fields. I'm gonna put him on the clock. We could do Dobbins again, but that's kind of early. I guess let's just go Fields. We know we need him as a stack. One reason why I started him was because hear me out. Like, there's a decent chance that Caleb Williams, who has a 109 ADP, does not come back to 116 because there's probably going to be right here a Rome drafter right here on the right side of us who he has Jaden, but you there's a decent chance that the Rome drafter takes him at 103 or 114. So I think we kind of have a decision, and that's why I went ahead and started Fields because I'm a few I didn't like a lot there. And so kind of I'm thinking like maybe we go ahead with 101 and grab Caleb. I mean, we have Swift, we have DJ Moore. We could add Loveland later as a tight end.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot else on the board still that I really like. You see what
Well,
I'm
there's
saying?
Caleb. Well, we want to wait for him though.
No, no, no. That's what I'm saying. Grab him now.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, look, let's look at the board. Like, I know where Rome goes. Rome goes over here on the right. And I knew that Rome Odunze was right here on the right of us somewhere.
The question now is this a 2 quarterback team?
I think it gives us that flexibility that, like, let's just see how it works, you know? Like, if we get to the spot where either Love or Cam Ward is an option for us and we don't like anything else on the board, sure, throw one of them on there as a third. But, like, if there's other stuff that we like or we decide that, like, we wanna build out I mean, because running backs, we can probably stop kinda early on this team with Gibbs and Taylor up top and Swift as our third. So, like, you could if we played the bye weeks right, I'd be okay stopping at 5. No more than 6 running backs on this team total.
That's something that I need to work on as a drafter because sometimes I'll take my second quarterback and immediately I'm like, either this is a two quarterback team or a three quarterback team,
Be-
and I need to just be able to play the board and see what comes to me and decide later instead of just trying to
Yeah, yeah,
instantly.
it's nice because it gives you that option, right? Like at the end of the
Hmm.
day, if we like better picks than another quarterback, yes, I would be okay pushing it with just Fields and Williams. It's kind of borderline like the area that I am okay pushing it with just two. But at the same time, if we feel like it makes sense for the team, I wouldn't hate a Cam Ward late or something like that, since we do have Ridley.
Right, and that's kind of the reason I asked you because this is like that borderline, kind of like on the fringe of what do you want to do here?
Come on, Dirty P. You know that ain't happening around here, my man. You know that. You know me better than that.
The stack of all stacks.
Name an undervalued stack that could really produce undervalued, meaning that not many people look to roster the stack. I'll tell you people mine. Let me think about that a minute. An undervalued stack that most people don't go with. So it'll probably have to be. Here's mine. I thought of it already because everybody that I tell it to hates it, but I have been so in on it. Lamar with DeAndre Hopkins in the 17th round. That's the first one that jumps out to me because everybody I try to get in on it hates it. Let's make this pick though, real quick, Mark, and then you can think about yours a little bit.
Do we
What do
need a
you like
running back
here?
or no?
We don't have any tight ends yet. You wanna maybe just do Kraft
Yes.
here?
Yeah, I think that's a good pick.
We don't have any. He's a week 16 bring back to our Chicago stuff, I believe. Yes.
I like it, and we got
It
Golden
team
too.
correlates with Golden, so now, like, that even opens up Mr. Jordan Love as a 3rd quarterback, which would just be really fun to do.
Okay.
I don't love it from the fact that him and Caleb have the same bye weeks, but as long as Fields was healthy in week 5, it would be okay, but, like, if we just kept them 2, then we would need Fields to be healthy in week 5 anyway, so, like, I wouldn't hate that actually as a 3rd quarterback now.
So what do we want to go next? A running back or
We have our 3 running backs. There's no running back here that I like.
okay?
Do you like any of these receivers?
Uh,
Loveland's there at tight end. I think if Loveland comes, he makes a lot of sense
makes
right
sense.
there.
Yeah.
I think I like him even over Love here. You like him?
Okay. Yeah.
And see, again, like we're just leaving ourselves so many outs because like we would feel okay if we had to with those 2 at our quarterback room. Same thing. Well, they're week 5 bye, so like we got to have a
Oh.
third tight end now. I don't like having not a tight end at all week 5. I mean, I guess like sure, like I don't know. I hear all kind of arguments, and it does make sense. I heard somebody talking about it the other day that like if you have 2 tight ends on the same bye week and you really like those tight ends and you think they're going to be a really good tight end room the rest of the time, like your initial thought is like, "Oh, I got to take one later just to cover week 5." But like let's be honest, if we waited till like 17 or 18 to take one, like what are we probably getting week 5? Like a baseline average of like 7 points or something maybe? Like are we really going to be missing that much eating a 0?
My brain immediately goes to like Taylor or Arroyo, which are both later round tight ends.
If we could pull off one of those somewhat late, I wouldn't mind that for sure. Mark, what is your most undervalued stack?
Uh, I was gonna say maybe a Milrow Arroyo stack.
Milrow Arroyo. Are you drafting Milrow in regular contest too then?
Only if I wait on quarterback a long time.
Do you kind of play it my way? I've said all along that like I actually have some Milrow in regular contests. The times that I do it are times that I have 2 quarterbacks not anywhere near super good or elite, or at least ADP wise. Maybe like let's say it was I got boxed out on stuff and it was like Bryce Young and somebody else
Well, yeah,
late.
GAB just said Bryce and like XL. That's a good one.
Bryce, Xavier, Leggett, and Sanders. My number two is Anthony Richardson and Pierce. It's hard for me to get in on Anthony Richardson right now. I do a lot of the Bryce back stacking. Um, I guess that one I didn't say because I didn't think it really was like undervalued or whatever. I see people doing that a lot, and I do it myself a lot. I think everybody's kind of in on that, honestly. What do we want to do here, Mark? Let's look real quick because we're about to be on the clock. Tight end, no, not right now. Wide receivers, we could use a wide receiver. There's not really a quarterback that makes sense anymore.
Tillman had a bring back, I think.
Yes, he
Dobbs
says
has a
Chicago.
bring back.
Yeah, but we
That's
already
another
have
Green
two. We
Bay.
already have two Green Bay
Yeah,
guys.
I like
Let's just
Tillman.
go Tillman. I'm in on Tillman. I want more Tillman. We just drafted him, I think, in the last one. Let's look here. We have Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Ridley, Golden, Tillman. We need to work on that receiver room a little bit. Like I like it. I don't love it yet. I think if we had a couple more dudes I feel good about, I'll like it a lot better. Running backs, we still just have the three, but remember we started with Gibbs and Taylor. So I think we're playing that right and building out everything else because not only do we have Gibbs and Taylor, we also have Swift
One of
behind
those three
them.
is going to hit our lineup every week. Two
Three
of
of
those
those
three.
three. Hopefully, we have Fields and Caleb. I think we're kind of just gonna probably honestly stick with those two. Are you okay really pushing it with those two?
I am, yeah.
Because that will definitely allow us. Well, what is going on here? That'll definitely allow us to either take like a Taylor. What the hell is Arroyo?
Get down.
Yeah, he's not to the one. You know what is weird? I would expect his ADP to start jumping up more. Here, we're on the clock though, and we don't want tight end now. So let's look. How about a running back here? Who's
Or
your
Leggett.
favorite?
I was looking at Leggett for another wide receiver.
Sure, let's take a spike week guy like Leggett. I like that call. I think Leggett is going to have some nice spike weeks. Week 14, so it kind of works nice with not having buys. We already had two nines and two fives there. I like that. That gives us a sixth receiver that we feel good about. We need to get another running back though soon. We don't want to push it too much further. You know who I would love to come here? Let's see our pick. It's gonna be pushing it, but like if we could get like Bigsby to come back to us. Well, he just went.
Womp
Never
womp.
mind. That's all right. There's other running backs out there. How are you on
Did you mean to
Eckler?
click right or
No, I
no?
did not. How are you on Eckler?
I'm a little bit in on him.
We could go Eckler. We could just wait a little bit and do the always fun guys like Will Shipley.
What about Braylon Allen? Is that too much Jets?
No, it's not too much Jets. I don't know. I think it's going to be more of the Brees show myself. Let's see. What are our pick numbers? Let's land this plane. 164 and then 173 coming up after that. I don't know if it's too much because I know we've done it some, but I also wouldn't hate blue on a fall. We could get one more receiver and then just be done at wide receiver. I mean, if QJ's there, dude, I think we got to think
We can
about
take
it
him.
here because that would be like literally almost 30 pick value in ADP that nobody wants to click him and take him. So, like, if you want to give us QJ, who normally goes at 140 at pick 164,
Take the value.
I think we got to kind of start thinking about making that click. QJ just went. I didn't think he would come all the way back. We could go Thielen and as our last receiver, and then we know between Thielen and Leggett, we're like kind of getting something out of Carolina probably most weeks, right? Like one of those two should hit our lineup most weeks, right?
I don't hate it.
I think he just went though. Yeah, Thielen just went. Let's go running back here. Are you okay with blue again? A little
I'm
bit
okay
past
with blue.
value?
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit too early for one of those other tight ends. We could either grab Taylor on the way back or 190 something. Um,
Arroyo is not going to make it to the end of the 16th,
I
I don't
mean,
think.
it's still a little ahead of ADP. In a nutshell, who do you like better though? Royal unstacked or Taylor with Fields?
If it wasn't a field stack, I would just say Arroyo, but the stack is nice.
So then we just go maybe Mason Taylor here with this next pick.
If he's there, I think so, yeah.
He should still be there next pick because it's like technically like 13 picks ahead of his ADP. So Fields and Williams is going to be the quarterback room with Gibbs, Taylor, Swift, and Jaden Blue. Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Ridley, Golden, Tillman, Leggett, Kraft, and Loveland because they're good enough in a nutshell to hold it down on their own other than the week 5 bye. So we are going to go ahead, I think, and take Mason Taylor here for a double stack Fields team. And that was our 15th. So we'll have 3 more picks to play with. I'm kind of thinking like 2 more running backs and 1 more receiver, or even 1 more running back and 2 more receivers, because we do have a lot up top with Gibbs and JT and Swift.
Yes.
Fields and Caleb Williams. I guess this would be a team, just throwing it out there, because I know you're on board, some too, and other people are scared. But like, if it gets to the 20th round and there's nobody we like, say we go 1 running back for a 5th running back here in the 16th, we grab a receiver or something in the 17th. If there is no running back or receiver, well, we don't need an 8th receiver, but if there's no running back that we like, maybe in like the 18th round, like this would be a team I think about throwing Milrow on for some late season upside. I wouldn't hate it if we don't
I
like
wish you'd have said
anything
that before we took
else.
Taylor.
Well, I wasn't thinking it before. What's up, Who Hames? I shouted you out at the beginning. That was fun stuff tonight, man. I don't normally watch YouTube on my big TV, but we put it on the big TV before I started to stream. We finally ran out of 101 luck. You saw last night, me and Mark had 3 Chow Chows that we got the 101 for. Would you believe that we fired up our first 2 Chow Chows tonight? We got the 101 again. So my first 5 and our first 5 together Chow Chows, we got the 101 in. This is the 6th one that we've done together, and we did not get the 101. But that is okay because I'm liking the team. We'll call it out at the end. Let's make these picks. Actually don't like Giddens here. I forgot we had JT. I don't want to take Giddens on the
Yeah.
JT. But I actually do like Love since Marshawn Lloyd, since we have so much other Green Bay stuff
We
already,
have
or Richard Smith. I know we've taken him some, but this is a totally different team. Or we could reach down and just get the last receiver here and Keenan Allen.
I like that too.
Who do you like? Talk to me. One of those
Let's
3.
take Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen it is as the last receiver.
He's going to play somewhere.
Where are you ranking Mixon Who Hames? I missed your recent streams. Still make sure to pull up the replay and drop the like. Dirty P, that's why we love you, man. That's why we love you. Yesterday on Mixon, I was like, I think we should buy the dip a little bit on him. But just the more I think about it, I don't know. It is kind of sounding real sketch, and just the way they're like being all hush hush about it and not really saying a
Given
time
those
frame that
McCaffrey
they
vibes.
are going to reevaluate it closer to the season. The bags that I have of Mixon wants to believe that everything will be just fine. What do you think here, Mark? I think we go either Jarquez Hunter. Either Jarquez Hunter or Lloyd. Probably Lloyd would, or Brooks.
Taj Brooks.
Who do you like out of those three the best? You make the call. I don't care.
Probably Lloyd, and that's a bring back too.
And we got a lot of Green Bay stuff already, which I am a big fan of team correlation. We have Lloyd, we have Golden, we have Kraft. So I do like it from that standpoint. What do you want to do with our last pick? We're sitting at a 2-5-7-3. Definitely not another tight end. Wide receiver room. Wilson, Moore, Ridley, Golden, Tillman, Leggett, Allen. I think we're good there. I don't think we need another receiver. I don't think we need an eighth receiver. I think it's going to come down, honestly, to like, do we like one of the running backs, or like we kind of talked about a minute ago? Oh, not Joe Milton, that's for sure. Did Milrow already go in this draft? Somebody beat us to it. Maybe
No
they are
way.
watching our stream. Maybe
Yep,
they're
sure
watching our
did.
stream and they are not in the chat. So I think that takes that out of the question. Probably for the best, I say we just grab a sixth running back then. I think a sixth running back, even though we have JT, Gibbs, and Swift, feels a little bit better than an eighth receiver. I guess we can look and
Are
see.
we
And if
looking for just a swing to the fences, or somebody that's going to just get on the field? Because I think
swing to the
he'll
fences,
he'll get up
always,
on the field, but
always.
Sarkez is the goat, and Taj Brook is the number one backup.
So what are you saying?
Go down a little bit more. Keaton Mitchell, Mostert, Kendre Miller, your boy Ollie Gordon,
I do like some Ollie Gordon. We'll click him.
and Damian Pierce.
No, we don't want to do that. I think we'll get one of these guys. I mean, it's getting kind of close to us. 4 picks to us.
Woody Marks.
I don't think we need Marks. So, like, I like taking Marks right now on the 18th, especially with Mixon maybe in question. But I really like doing it on a team where, like, you're kind of hoping you can get lucky early at running back. But, like, we got Gibbs, Taylor, and Swift. Like, I'm thinking this team could benefit more from, like, one of these type guys where, like, because if Mixon's not in there, I don't think it'll be just the Woody Marks show. Whereas, like,
Well,
if
we're on the clock.
yeah, who you want? Pick one of those three. Who do
Think
you think has the most upside if the starter gets hurt? I say it's Brooks.
Brooks.
That's who I say. Like if Chase Brown, if Chase Brown gets hurt, it's probably Woody Marks, right? I mean, it's probably Brooks, right? Like the other guy that's there, Zach Moss, he's got the neck injury that doesn't seem to go away. Thinking about quitting football, sure they can bring in like an undrafted, like free agent that gets cut or something, but like at the same time, like it's probably gonna just be Brooks if something happened to Brown. So I think that made the most sense. All right, guys. We ended up stopping at 2 quarterbacks: Fields, Caleb Williams, Jamar Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, DeAndre Swift, Jaden Blue, Marshawn Lloyd, Tosh Brooks, Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley, Matthew Golden, Tillman, Leggett, and Keenan Allen. Tight end room, we ended up going with 3 since the first 2 had week 5 buys, but they're all guys we like. Kraft, Loveland, and Taylor both stacked. I like this team a lot too, Mark. I
I
gotta
think we can
say.
ship it.
I think it's a nice team. I think it's been fun having you out here. We got 6 shots is the way I look at it. Let me see here. What do we want to do? Let's go to this. I'm gonna change my background real quick. If I can find my background.
I think we're going to hit on one of those at least.
One of them, right?
They're just too good. You never have enough Jamar Chase.
Can never have enough Jamar Chase. And when you don't, like, just get you a Gibbs and JT team, right? Let's catch up on the chat a little bit, then we'll get out of here. Who Hames said that he moved him down behind Pollard before Robinson. I have a lot of mixing. I agree, Who Hames. I have a lot too. That's what kind of scares me about it. I haven't gotten the Bashard Smith itch yet. What's the bull case? Here is my bull case. Who Hames can probably answer this better than me, being a Kansas City fan, but it's like, yes, I know Mason's there, and part of my bull case I will credit to Who Hames because he is the first one that I kind of like heard it from, and then like I heard it on X and stuff like that afterwards. But I also agree with it that like he was telling me one of the very first people on my stream was Who Hames, and he was telling me then, I believe, I was just asking him, "What's the inside info on KC?" Blah blah blah, and he was telling me how like the coaches all off season talked about replacing the Jared McKinnon role, which if you remember, Jared McKinnon for a couple of years was a thing in fantasy football.
He
They
was.
got him the ball a lot, especially in the pass game, and like that's kinda what Brashard Smith is, right? He's like an excellent pass catcher out of the backfield. Somebody in chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I almost wanna say he actually was one of those Tracy types that started as a wide receiver at one point and then moved to running back. And so, like, that's kind of the bull case to me is there's a little bit of the, like, even though I'm drafting Pacheco probably out of fear, I will admit that he's just the Pacheco, and he's attached to a good offense. But I started out the year really worried about the injury because so many guys do take a long time to really get back to normal from that particular injury. Pollard, Andrews, the list goes on and on. So for me, the Brashard Smith case is like he goes really late. Sometimes you can get him in the 18th round. I don't know if I've ever clicked him in the 17th. When I do take him, it's always when I'm clicking running back in the 18th. And you could get a guy that, like, let's say Pacheco is close to his normal self, but the coaches are sitting there talking about how they want to replace the Gerald Smith role. Okay, I mean how they want to replace the McKinnon role. If you can get that in the 18th round, a guy that can pop up 2 or 3 times a year with a big game because the running game was working, so they had somebody throwing the ball like Mahomes used to do to McKinnon. Sure, sign me up for that. I don't see how he sees the field, looks like practice squad candidate. Hey, and we can all agree to disagree. That is fine, but that's my bull case, and I like him in the 18th round. Expectations active, probably get sprinkled on the offense. He could if he crushed. But I've been Elijah Mitchell side. Guys, job to lose. Smith will need to beat out Elijah Mitchell. I don't know. I haven't drafted any Elijah Mitchell. I'm not really good on that. Rashard Smith taking red zone snaps with first team offense right now. Thank you, Who Hames. We appreciate that. That is why I go to you for the KC scoop. Jarrett McKinnon was an excellent pass protector. Brashard Smith ain't that. Also, KC fan, by the way. Well, that's good to know too. Keep giving me your 2 cents. Also, Dirty P, I'll take your 2 cents right here in this ear. We'll take Who Hames' 2 cents right here in this ear. We'll mix it together and we'll try to come up with our best plan how to play KC. But you should never listen to a fan about their guys. If it
Hey,
is
you
a
could be right too.
that is right, but and I don't know you guys that well, but if like for me, I will admit years ago, and Mark will tell you this, with my Texans, when I wasn't super into best ball and I played just more like home league stuff, yes, I did tend to let my fandom get in the way at times. Cause like what? It's a free league or a $20 league, whatever. Like it's not that big a deal. But like over the last couple years since I've gotten into best ball, even though I'm a super Texan fan, I do try to like keep fandom and best ball a little separate. But if anything, I do try to like use that. Hey, I probably know more about this team and how this team is going to play and what I'm hearing because I listen to a lot of people who are connected to the team or who have not insider information, but they follow the team really closely and they have connections probably. So the things that over the years I hear them saying, more times than not, those things end up being true. So I think it's, if you play that right, it can be to your advantage. Never mind, it wasn't coach speak, Hollywood executive, anyways, guys, you know what? I think we're gonna call it a night tonight. My boy Mark's got to fly out of town early in the morning. Don't want to stay up too late, but it was fun. Tomorrow night, me and Who Hames and Hartman will be back on my channel at the regular time. Back to the nightcap at 10 o'clock. Come hang out and check us out. Until then, talk to you guys later.
But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you got